Recently, we're in the holy month of Ramadan, and a lot of people are doing things a certain way, but in the Alliance of Sahel, the calculus is different. The motivation is different. According to the information we've just received, territorial surveillance and patrol continues heavily in Burkina Faso, Niger, and in Mali. You can pray all you want. The boys are praying, they are fasting, but equally they are making sure that the territory continues to be heavily monitored and defended. And I don't really have a problem with the high level of surveillance going on in the Sahel right now. That currently in Benin Republic, we are having new developments in Benin Republic. You see, the government of Benin Republic cannot help but surprise us every day. Benin Republic is a country where every day there are new surprises, and I think in the 365 days of a year, I think at least for now, I think 300 I'm giving Benin that 65. I give it to them. Okay? But 300, I think there are new things that are happening in Benin every day in terms of signing of deals and every other thing that just shows you some very heavy blueprint of neo-colonialism. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest information that is coming out from Benin is that American military command, this is the latest information, they are distributing maternity kits in Benin. I know a lot of people are looking at this information like it's ordinary. American military personnel are distributing maternity kits in Benin. Recently the Beninese authorities, they invited the Belgian to come in to Benin, the northern Benin territory. And me looking at this information today only confirms the word of General Abdurrahmani Chiani that there are American troops in the northern part of Benin. And you would think the Akim Odiase is enough in Ghana for these people to run their operation, their training, their jungle warfare and all of that. They are in northern Benin, and today now they are coming out to distribute maternity kits. Now, if a lot of people understand covert operation, you will realize that these are the things that people do. It's like going on outreach, community outreach, where you give free health care, you distribute drugs, you do some things to the locals so that they can accept you. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I would say is that behind this entire philanthropic act, right, distributing maternity kits, and I know that they might even do more than that. Oh, sorry. Hold on. My microphone went down. So I think so I don't know. All these microphones, I don't know. Can't trust them. I've never used that new one before, so can you hear me now? Um, am I audible now? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. But can you hear me? So, I don't know if you can hear me clearer, if I'm more audible now. Okay. Hold on. Are we audible? Like Is the sound still there? Is the background sound still there? I need to know. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Welcome for coming. We have a lot of information to give today, and I want the sound to be perfect. That's why I need to know. I want to know if the sound is okay. It's okay now, it's clear. We are good to go. All right, all clear. So now, first of all, is the surveillance that is going on in the Alliance of Sahel States currently, according to, oh, thank you so much, By Design, for the donation. Microphone fund. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. I deeply appreciate. And I appreciate everybody in the Andre community. Like, you all are my family, and I want to say thank you. So now, we are looking at something that looks like a preparation. Even though we're in the Ramadan period, the Alliance of Sahel States, they are not taking their foot off the gas. The Alliance of Sahel States troops are prepared for every possibility. Both the, hybrid troops, the asymmetric combat personnel, the Alliance of Sahel State troops, they are very, very prepared. So right now in Niger Republic, the report of the patrol, along the Chadian border too, the Nigerian troops are there. When you look at the video, from what you can see, it's those guys that are tying this thing on their head. I mean, we don't know, but these guys, they are fasting, I know, but they are in their war mindset. They are prepared for any possibility. And we shouldn't take this whole preparation by France too. We shouldn't take it for granted, because there are videos that have been released today where the French forces are performing some military exercise, and it looks very kinetic and very, very good for the camera. But on the ground, from what we've seen, I would say that France has not really shown us anything special on the ground, but they are really, really performing some military exercise too. So we actually got that intel today, and it's a video intel. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first information of today is the military operation in Bankui in Burkina Faso. According to information, a well-planned sting operation on terrorist base in Bankui region. So, ladies and gentlemen, according to the report that is coming out of, the intelligence community, they said a huge terrorist site in a forested environment. They call it a bukuru grass hut covered with blue nylon. So what they found inside that place, they found vehicles, they found motorcycles, they found tricycles, they recorded RPG, AK-47, they said sleeping beddings. But according to information, they said the enemy positional security got compromised. So before the boys came in, according to information, they said the surveillance already located the position of the terrorists. Now, this was not an operation that happened based on intelligence, followed with, communication security to confirm the intelligence. This was just a normal surveillance duty that located that hideout. Now, I kind of feel like the enemy gave themselves out. They gave out their operational security by using blue covering for their, for their huts. They called the name of the hut the Bukaru grass hut. So the troops moved in, and according to information, the perimeter guards were neutralized before the onslaught. So it was a combined operation by both the air component and the ground troops. So according to information, the ground forces, which are the normal army of the Burkinabe, the rapid intervention brigades, they neutralized the perimeter guards, because these jihadists too, they don't just walk anyhow. These people too, they are very, very smart. They calculate. According to one of the Nigerians who was a former Boko Haram that has finally repented, he said the way you have your military rank, where you have a general, you have commander, you have all these things, that they have it too in the terrorist world too. So they have their perimeter guards that were neutralized by the rapid intervention brigade forces, and according to information, no enemy was captured. All casualties are now KIA. Like nobody was captured. Everybody was KIA. And if you look at the number of Burkinabe troops that entered that environment, the number was overwhelming. That means this was a properly, planned operation. So I mean, they recovered a lot of weapons and a lot of ammunition and every other thing like that. So that was a successful operation in the Bankui region. Now, for me, I kind of think that those terrorists were just, they were in their base and maybe the Ramadan activity was getting over them and, maybe they were not prepared like that. But we can never tell. But the Burkinabes, they went in there and they cleared everywhere out. Now, according to information, they said they reported the casualty as several. They didn't give a specific CTREC number of the number of KIAs in this military operation. So that's the first information we have coming out of Burkina Faso. Then secondly, according to information, the French embassy in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, I want a lot of people to understand something. Embassies, I don't know what embassy used to be before, but embassies right now, they are places where you have high intelligence operation, high data collection operation. Like a lot of things are going on in embassies in the 21st century. Like nobody use embassy for diplomacy and all of that again. So according to the information coming from the French embassy, right, they are saying that their recent deployment to the Democratic Republic of Congo. A lot of people can remember when I said it here. For those that, that are very, very used to our live session, I said that the troops of France are now being deployed to the Democratic Republic of Congo. The people are protesting against it. A lot of people spoke about it in DRC and they condemned it seriously. Now the French embassy, they are now responding. They claim that it's part of a bilateral military cooperation, that they didn't just come to DRC. Because I think there is a thing out there now that anywhere people see France now, people just believe like, oh man, some elements of plunders are here. So I think they are trying to defend their image and all of that. They are no longer doing everything overtly like that again. So they said it's part of a bilateral military cooperation program. They said the training does not involve the participation of French soldiers in combat operation on DRC territory. The French diplomat assured the citizen that they should not be scared. Because right now, from the information we have, based on information from Reuters, information from Sputnik Africa, from the response of the citizens, of the politicians within the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, when I'm talking about politicians, I'm not talking about the politicians in the ruling class, just common politician, political analysts. In fact, there is one we are going to talk about where they are currently calling Belgium and America, they are calling them thieves. Okay? I'm not the one using this. This is the language they use. By tomorrow morning, we are going to be posting the materials of all this information so that you can catch it. They are calling the Belgians and the Americans, they are currently calling them thieves in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And I think that is coming from the mineral concessions right now. Man. So now France is saying that they are not there for any personal reason, that it's a bilateral cooperation and all of that. But we all know what France is in DRC to do. Europe is in a mess right now. I was listening to some security analysts today that were talking about the Russian and the Russia, Iran, and China military exercise, pending the war between US and Iran. Because I'm saying pending because that war is going to happen. Either you like it or not, the war is going to happen. So they were talking about the European economy, and they said the European economy is a mess right now. It's a complete mess right now. So I feel like the French troops they're in DRC for their country's interests, which is the economy of France. probably they will grab whatever mineral they can get. I think DRC is one of the most resource rich country in the continent of Africa, if not the richest country in the continent of Africa in terms of resources. I don't know between DRC and South Africa. Man, there's a lot of country among those guys at the top. You know, you have Niger for uranium, you have Mali, you have DRC, you have South Africa. Like Ghana is there when you talk about gold. Like these countries are, but when you now go beyond gold, you are going to critical minerals that you can use for batteries, that you can use for many other things. DRC is like a big juggernaut in the building. So, I mean, and I think what these people are doing right now is that probably they are saying, look, America and Belgium, you know, there are too much resources in this place, and you know, it's not going to be, one country cannot get it all. Maybe now they are trying to bring their brothers in since they've been kicked out of the Sahel. They have to look for places where they can consolidate. So, I mean, the M23 rebels, if the people in the DRC think the war is over, I think it has just started. And I think the reason for this problem is because the European economy is suffering right now. A lot of people are not prepared for what is coming, but what is coming is coming. And it's not your fault that it's coming. It is because there is a current shift in the global geopolitical dynamics. The birth of the unipolar, of the multipolar world order is going to cause so much problem because the old order, right, is crumbling. And the old order does not just want to crash out like that. They want to balance up everything. And when they want to balance up, there is a farmland they believe, like a farmland that has never failed them in history, and that is Africa. So that's where they are trying to return to now. I was listening to the comment of Cyril Ramaphosa. I was listening to, the comment of the president of Ghana and all of that, I think there are a few countries in Africa now that have sovereignty. Madagascar has sovereignty right now. The AES has sovereignty right now. Central African Republic has some sovereignty. Zimbabwe has some sovereignty because Zimbabwe is still a democratic country. Even though they have sovereignty, there is still opportunity for infiltration. That is what democracy guarantees. That no matter what happens, no matter how much you try your best to tighten those spaces, there is still room for penetration. They are still going to bring in their spies, they are still going to bring in their agent. And you are just one step away, you are one click away from a regime change operation. And in Africa, regime change, they don't even need to make regime change bloody in Africa because Africans are so divided. Little things can divide Africans. Remember some days ago, I called out a Nigerian political figure, Asari Dokubo, where he said some Muslims and Christians were having problem, Hausas and Igbo. And I said it here that now they are playing the divide and rule card already before the 2027 election. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? The biggest hashtag in Nigeria right now is Igbo must go, Hausa must go. Look, I don't know. A lot of people say a lot of people are educated on this side, but I can guarantee you, I don't see the education. If you have education and your education cannot permit you to see danger on sight, you cannot see somebody, like you said you went to school to learn and you don't know when somebody is trying to manipulate you, you cannot see it, even if it's so clear. Then I don't know what else I don't know what we are going to do. I don't know how you are going to help such people. The country is already divided. People in Port Harcourt are saying Hausa have to go. Those ones are saying every boy in the north have to go. So the guy that started this problem picked it up from tribal perspective, added a little bit of religion to it. Now they are still going on the tribal warfare right now. Okay, they are going on the tribal exchange. And once they see that the tribal exchange is going out, they will come back with the religious exchange. You remember when the president wanted to brainwash the Nigerians in this last election, he said he's going for Muslim ticket. For people to prevail in Nigeria, they've always banked on the element of division. And like I said, for those Nigerians that have the opportunity to hear me, I don't care about what your interest is, but I can tell you, you need freedom right now. You need freedom more than ever. Nigerians need freedom more than anybody right now. I know you might not understand. You might be looking at those fine buildings and you think these things. No, that building will not change anything. You need freedom now. And you cannot allow anybody to deceive you, family. I'm telling you. You know, yeah, that the Nigerians, you're right. I don't want to campaign in this election. I don't want to get involved, but I can guarantee you, you need freedom, Nigerians. I'm hearing some brothers saying they will vote because they are Yorubas. Some people, a lot of things are going on in Nigeria, but you need freedom. Now, why do I think you need freedom? Let me give you a breaking news from Nigeria. We've already posted it on our Telegram channel. So if you want to see the confirmation of the bodies, if you want to see these bodies that I'm talking about, go to our Telegram channel, you will see it. It's right there. People have been bagged today in Nigeria. Okay? According to information, okay? And this information does not make the headline because the number is small. When I finally analyze everything that Tuntun said, I think he's acting out of emotion. Okay, I'm not really going to blame him. I'm not really going to blame him like that. But I want Tuntun to listen to what I'm about to say, to know that whatever happened to Ghana is small. Okay, how many? I had maybe 7 or something, right? And the mainstream media of Nigeria will not tell you this. In Dusindan Ajia village, in the Anka local government area of Zamfara State, 37 people were KIA by the terrorists. Which of the terrorists, we don't know. There are too many of them in Nigeria. We don't know. 37. Instantly. There was no security to match them. Nothing. They were operating with impunity. Now, that is the first information I want to give you. 37 KIA, 150 were kidnapped. 37 plus 150. This is Nigeria for you. This number did not make the headline because the number is not disturbing. Are you getting it? I think I posted the video of those that were kidnapped in the Wuru attack. You saw that the Wuru attack, the number of KIA was 200. Over 200. Some were missing. Some were killed in action, right? This particular one is 37. So 37 to 200, it doesn't really disturb like that. Okay? So now, 150 have been kidnapped. That is, by the way, they don't give a fuck about that. More than 60 is still missing. So if you sum everything up together, 247 people. And when you get to the social media, people are arguing about Igbo must go, Yoruba must go. Should that be your business, or Nigeria needs to be saved? Right now. Don't let anybody deceive you. The people that are creating this divide are the ones that are taking the money and they are signing, and they are the ones signing the deals in exchange for the life of this 37 that just went down. Now, it didn't stop at that. No. Don't go. Stay with me. Boko Haram, the Sadiku group. You know, Boko Haram now has so many. You have the Abawanawi group, you have the Shekau group, you have the Sadiku group. Hey. Look, this is not all the group in Nigeria. This is just a certain group. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is the Sahel, do you know the kind of information we'll be hearing right now? Boko Haram, the Sadiku group, have written a letter to the fishing village of Utonu Ungaski, local government area of Kebbi State. Now, I'm talking about two. I've brought out two different states in Nigeria right now. Two. It was Wuru, making three. And when you look at the pattern of this attack, this current threat, it looks very, very similar to what happened in the Wuru local government. They are demanding to be allowed to preach. And what are they preaching? Sharia. And when they preach Sharia, what do? They want to recruit your they want to recruit your youths. This is not about Sharia. Don't get it twisted. They said they want to be allowed to preach in the village. And no, they're not only going to preach, no, they are requesting for 100 million naira tax. This is Nigeria in 2026. People don't pay tax in Burkina Faso. So you look at your media in Burkina Faso, sometimes you see a lot of jihadists. You see heaps of jihadist bodies. Okay, sometimes they are going to post video of troops. At least in Burkina Faso, you have troops going banter to banter with them. You have troops putting their life on the line for the civilians. Okay? But in Nigeria, all these things you are seeing right now is civilians against the bandits. So the difference is clear. They are not only coming to preach, they are demanding 100 million naira. So it's two-way. Immediately, okay, they land. Okay? Immediately they land. If that 100 million naira is not complete, even if the locals say, oh, we will accept Sharia. We will, even if the locals say, if the 100 million is not ready, everybody is going. Do you know what they did in Wuru local government? When the onslaughts got to a certain level and they discovered that they are not satisfied, they went to call prayer by themselves so that people in the bush can come out and pray. And when the locals came out, the ones that escaped, when they heard the prayer call, they stayed for 10 hours. When they called for prayer and the people in the bush came to pray, they captured all of them, tied them down. Guns are blazing. So this is Nigeria in 2026. So the letter is on our Telegram channel. You can go and look at it there. And if you want to see the body, it's also there. You have everything. We've posted it on our Telegram channel. The letter they wrote, we're seeing things like Musu Subaku, Gudumuwa na Kudi. You were seeing things like Semuzo Bisalam. This is it. And some godless people are somewhere shouting, this tribe must go, that tribe must go. Who will unite you? Who will divide you? Tell the person that is lying to you that you are right now, you are one Nigeria. You've never, I know some have never been one Nigeria in their life. You see this moment right now, don't let anybody deceive you. Call yourself Igbo, call yourself Yoruba, call yourself Hausa, call yourself Fulani. It's not going to change the threat that is currently on the ground. You have a land to protect. You have children to protect. You have relatives to protect. You have business to protect. You have your own future to protect. So don't let anybody lie to you and tell you. I'm telling you, if you think this is in the north, it is because you have numbers in the north, and those numbers are getting deleted at God's speed. If they get to the south, which they already are in the south, you can't travel between Lagos to Ogun State. If you have 3 cows crossing the road, you know where your heart will be. You can't go through Oba Ajana like you are going to somewhere, like you are going from Kogi to Ondo State. Your mind is going to pass through your back. From Benin through Ore Road, you want to go Ore Road, Benin to Ondo State. You know what time it is when you are passing all those roads. So it's already in the south, but it has not become so huge. And you have security personnel even recruiting these bandits. We've posted the videos where a bandit picked up the phone and said the DPO recruited them. But one good leader can change this for you. One good leader that is very, very arrogant and adamant, because you have to be because people will threaten you and you have to stand your ground. People will dislike you. People will criticize you. You will have to stand your ground because a lot of deletion needs to be done. And I know people are going to get emotional. Look, in China, okay? In China, there was a group in China called the Uyghur. I don't know if a lot of people have heard it. A lot of people have not heard about the Uyghur. But when the Americans were going against the Chinese, the Americans brought out that name. They brought out the Uyghur. They said the Chinese genocided those people. But guess what? These were the people that were used to launch terrorism in China. A CIA operation. In Russia, it was the Chechnya. It was the Chechens. They always have a target ethnic group in any place they go to. They compromise that target group and they destabilize that country to continue to manipulate the politics, the political policy making and everything in that country. Now look, let me now tell you, this is the same Nigeria we're talking about. You see, let's take allocation of funds away. Nigeria population is so powerful to the point that civilians alone, let me tell you something. Let's say 100 million Nigerians donate 1 naira. You have 100 million naira. Nigerians are not that poor. Civilians in Nigeria alone can donate. If they donate to securing their homeland, I can guarantee you Nigeria will have so much air power to the point where I don't think there is any group of, let them pack all the terrorists in Africa, let them pack and Al-Shabaab and all, let them bring them together. But you see corruption, you see Nigeria is not a place when it comes to corruption. Now let me give you the funny information to back up what I just said. I will shock you. Now Nigeria has requested support from Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, how many countries is going to support Nigeria? Nigeria has now requested support from Germany, according to Defense News Nigeria. For what are they trying to procure from Germany? Used helicopters. This is not the first time they are buying used armament. Used. Nigeria buying used armaments, used helicopters. What did they say they want to use it for? To aid intelligence and reconnaissance around the Sahel border. So because there is this belief that the Lakurawa terrorists, okay, that they are moving from the Sahel and some of them are extravasating into Nigeria. So they want to launch reconnaissance operation. Now they are saying, according to Defense News Nigeria, that they need the helicopter that Germany Germany has used. Hey. See, let me see this very, very clear. It's not hard to rule Nigeria. You have to be very dangerous to rule Nigeria. You have to be dangerous. I look, I'm a Nigerian, and I know what I have that arrogance to rule Nigeria. You need some level of arrogance. You need a very high level of hardness and toughness to rule Nigeria. What am I saying? This issue of terrorism, right? If you allow people like Shehu Gumi to speak to you and you give them the platform, you are not going to succeed. You see, to rule Nigeria means a lot of people have to go for some people to leave. The number of terrorists in Nigeria is so much to the point that I can say they are beyond. Probably they should be more than 30,000. In Katsina State alone, you can get over 15,000 in Katsina State. This is Almajiri. Almajiri school is one. There is a different school in the north again. Now, they have a way. See, their attrition rate is very, very high because they give birth to children. Oh God, Nigeria is damaged somehow, and I will explain. They started giving birth to these children from a sentimental standpoint. At a point, they said the more children they have, the more they will be able to control the politics of Nigeria. That numbers will decide. So when you have election result coming out of the north, you will start hearing so million, 20-something million. So they were happy. They continued to believing that it will continue to keep them in power. And because they wanted to have that political authority over those people, that they were, I don't know, maybe they were engineering them from somewhere, I don't know. To the point that they started bringing people from all over the place. During Buhari regime, they brought different type of people from all over the place to come and win election. Financially, they could not sustain those people. And I'm telling you that this childbearing, this illegal, criminal rearing of children still continues in Nigeria. You have a man in the north. When I was in service, another man met me in camp who was earning 50,000 naira. 50. Do you know what 50? Please, what's 50,000 naira in dollars? Help me to convert it. He was earning 50,000 naira. I'm talking about 2000 and probably 2019 or 20. 50,000 naira. How many wives does he have? $35. Thank you. He has 4 wives. Four wives. He has 4 wives. That's what he earns in 30 days. 50,000 naira. That is what he earns in 30 days. He has 4 wives. And I asked him, how are you taking care of these women? No, I asked him, how many kids do you have? At that time, he said he has 18. He told me he still wants more. Nigeria is in trouble. He said he still wants more. And you earn 50,000. So I was earning way ahead of him as a 7 core member. So I asked him, how do you want to sustain these women? He's like, it's not his job to take care of them. I was shocked to my marrow. He said it is their job to take care of him. That now they will be fighting. He said now that there is not one woman, that you have 4, that the 4 will be struggling so that none of them will be able to kill you. Look at the mentality. No discretion. So if you now put all those decay together, the decay of fraud, the decay of corruption, see, look, you have layers of decay in this country. So now, you now have the corruption at the political level, which comes with embezzlement of funds. Okay, why are Nigerians not happy to? There is a new tax law that is supposed to be passed, right? Nigerians are not happy to pay that tax. They are not happy to pay that tax. And the reason why Nigerians are not happy to pay the tax is because they know that somebody is about to get fat with their money. Militarily, when it comes to what Nigeria can generate in form of, I don't care what you have on the paper that people are reporting. The GDP of Nigeria is more than what you are seeing on paper, but a lot of people are stealing. This is not a normal stealing at this level again. And you have so much ignorance. If you go to the north, families, I posted a video some days ago when a foreigner came to Nigeria and he was eating, it's not pancake. They have this thing. There is this thing they do in the north. They make it with wara, with cow milk. They fry it. So it looks like pancake, right? Something like beske, thank you. He ate everything, right? He spit, everything was on the leather. Then he threw it away. The Almajiri kids that were already waiting, one of the boys picked it up and started licking it. Do you see that level of poverty? And when you see their leaders, their political leaders, they are wearing one very big agbada and all of that. So that is why I say to rule Nigeria, a lot of people have to go. It's not negotiable. So to save Nigeria with election, I don't even know if that's possible. Okay? To save Nigeria in a democracy is impossible. So to save Nigeria, I'm going to stand it. I'm going to say it one more time. A lot of people got to go. Because you have people that are staying in key position that are destroying the lives of these people. Now, when they moved against this Almajiri institution, the people in the north voted against it massively. They complained about the way they were marrying women indiscriminately. You had a senator from the north bringing all his wives to the Senate building. He wanted to come and argue with other senators that this is what Allah told them. That Allah told them that they can marry as many as possible. But what of those that cannot afford to take care of the women like he can? He doesn't even have a job. Anybody that wants to rule Nigeria in a good way should be ready to sacrifice himself. Number one means that you have to strip everybody. Look, the political class, you have to strip them down. You have to cut down the way they are wasting money. You will have some. See, when you look at what a senator earns in Nigeria in a month, that is what Burkina Faso is using sometimes, right? In Burkina Faso, that's what they use to build infrastructure in Burkina Faso. What one person steals in a month. Nigeria should be way ahead of where it is right now. I'm talking about way ahead of where it is. Nigeria is not too big for a solution for this insecurity. No, Nigeria is not too big. But you have Nigeria equally now collaborating with people that does not even want Nigeria to succeed. If you know about the Kissinger report, you understand what I'm talking about. Let me give you another details. And this is going to be the last thing I'm going to say about Nigeria today. Details from Epstein file. Details from Epstein file have revealed that on March 13, 2013, look at this. See, they've been planning Nigeria since since the 90s, since the 80s, since the 70s. They've been planning Nigeria. Okay? Let's even forget GDP. I said if Nigerians donate money alone, donate. Hey, families, don't play. Oh. No, let's be factual with ourselves. Oh. Nigeria with a ruthless good leader. And I hear that there are terrorists in some place. I'll tell the civilians to go and sleep. We will bomb everything in that place to Stone Age. Look at when Obasanjo was there. A general said, General Yejirika said, there was a particular location where an army commander was attacked. He wasn't killed. He wasn't injured. He was attacked. He said the number of bombs they used on that location alone was not used during the Biafra War. Do you know what that means? Do you know how long they fought the Biafra War? During Obasanjo regime, there was a place in Delta State where a soldier an army general was attacked. Do you know that today, the place is called Udi, local government, a whole local government turned into a plain ground. They turned, look, it was surrounded, it was bombed. I'm talking about one of the most satanic air power we've seen in Nigeria. As they were leveling, see, once they bomb a particular place, they use construction equipment to level it. Udi became a playing field. I can bring a woman here. She was there. She escaped. She was part of the people that were living there before she ran. She's in my neighborhood there. I will have a session with her one of these days, and I'll post the video. She will tell you the story. She witnessed it. Do you know what a local government is? They leveled it. Boom. And somebody is now telling me that some group of bandits are somewhere in this same Nigeria. They are somewhere. They are somewhere. They are writing letter to a community. So what I have discovered in Nigeria is that there are some people who are in some certain position who are conniving with some people outside Nigeria that Nigeria has been set up. Too much set up. And to save Nigeria, you have to be ready to sacrifice yourself. You have to be ready to sacrifice yourself. You know, because you can come to a point where the citizens themselves will turn against you. Because to save Nigeria means that guy that is doing internet fraud, you have to come at them at a certain point. It means that the police on the road that is collecting money from people every morning, illegal money, it means you have to like, if you do that, I'm like, you are not, it's public execution. Like, that's treason on the people you are supposed to protect. Do you know how many police you will have to take out of the streets? If you have to retrench, do you know how many police you will retrench in the Nigerian police alone if you want to stop that level of corruption? This is something that is in the public domain. You have videos all over the place. You get to some army checkpoints. There are people that collect money for them in this Nigeria. So to checkmate corruption alone in this Nigeria, hi God. So when we talk about corruption, you have it at the political level. But when you now go to citizen level, I have this character. If I get to your store and I say I want to buy something, you tell me the price is 100. And I'm walking away, you tell me, okay, how much do you have? I'm not buying from you again. Don't tell me how much do I have. And the next thing you will hear them say, okay, last price, 70. Then you turn. They say, okay, I will take 60. This is no negotiation. You went from 100 to 60. That's a gap of 40. You are a criminal. You are a terrorist. You have not just had the opportunity. So there is, now you have these people come out in the public, posture themselves as people that have made it in life. Okay? You have people that will now come out and posture themselves in public that they've made it in life, yet they lived on the blood, sweat, and tears of people. So to help Nigeria, I will tell you, we have to be honest. First of all, you have to cut ties with the US completely. How can Nigeria buy the Super Tucano A-29 fighter jet from the US and the US told them not to deploy it in some theater of operation? See, I'm telling you, to save Nigeria, Nigerians will take you out. They will be the one to take you out by themselves because it will be intolerable for them. It means that you have to make the livelihood of some Nigerians very difficult, because if you look at the percentage that are into fraud alone, I'm talking about youth, men, they will take you out by themselves. And you are stopping the police again from collecting money on the road, right? You have to raise the salary of the army through the roof. And you see, you have to go for the politicians. Like, you are Yaya Bello, you stole 70 billion. It will be extrajudicial. I don't have anything to negotiate with you. So, I mean, the UN is going to label you. The last president that had that thing in Nigeria was President Sani Abacha. Tinubu said he ran away from Nigeria with £2. No, with £2,000. No, not £2,000. Is it? Tinubu said he ran away from Nigeria with, is it £2,000 or something like that? When General Sani Abacha was in Nigeria. So Nigeria is a country that believes that, let's keep managing like this. There are some people that are praying that Tinubu should emerge. I'm telling you, in the public, they are saying that we don't want Tinubu. But in the closet, they are praying, please let Tinubu come. Let him stay in power. Let the situation of Nigeria even become worse. And it's because that's how they benefit. Some people are benefiting from terrorism already in Nigeria that are Nigerians. So there are some people that are benefiting from drugs. So to solve the problem in Nigeria, it means that you have to bring in. Do you know that there was a time in Nigeria they brought in Russian machineries? And Nigeria started having serious, success on the line of contact. See, like, I'm talking about huge success. Guess what? They told them to leave, that they can no longer fund them. Nigerian troops have the capability. They have that destructive mindset. I'm telling you, Nigerians have that wicked mindset to end terrorism. Because to end terrorism in Nigeria, you need that wickedness in your heart. You need to activate every negative factor inside you to deal with the terrorists. I'm hearing the repentant Boko Haram. What are you doing with that? Are we not too much in this country already? Why are you doing some rehabilitation program that you spend billions on? And you're not paying some workers for many months. And you're spending billions on repentant Boko Haram. I don't need you. Like, I don't know the kind of country this country is, honestly. And when you now tell the citizens that this is what we have to do, they will go against you. I said there are citizens that are already saying that they will vote for Tinubu. It is because they cannot survive it. Now, a lot of people are seeing some influencers now, they're already campaigning for Tinubu. See, a lot of people that you see in Nigeria as, oh, no, they are not like that. When Yar'Adua was in power, we knew that Dangote was living on the blood, sweat, and tears of Nigerians. If you know the amount of loan that Dangote is owing this country, it was Yar'Adua that made us realize. And what happened to Yar'Adua? Yar'Adua didn't stay for too long, he died. Yar'Adua was going for everybody. He was about to remove immunity from governors. So, I mean, it's going to be a dog fight, and it's going to be a long fight to save Nigerians, but it is possible. It is possible, but a lot of people will have to go. And whoever is ruling Nigeria at the time, and like I said, it's not possible, because in a democratic system, you can't destroy these shackles easily in a democratic system. And once the people that built up this arsenal of destruction for Nigeria, Once they realize that you are the guy that is about to take Nigeria out of that crisis, the next thing they are going to do is that they are going to plan a regime change operation because it's a democracy. You are going to see a successful coup d'etat because it's a democracy. So, I mean, man. So, that is just, so anybody that is having hope, right? That, and you will see what they will say, oh, this regime is bad, this regime is bad, that regime is bad. Is one puppet handing over power to another puppet, okay? But if by chance, one day, because I'm very young now, one day by mistake, they hand over power to puppets and puppet handed over power to puppet and another puppet is, and it enters someone like me. Families, the way they hate me at work is the way some people are going to hate me because I will I will not agree. And when it comes to terrorism, I'm going to kill a lot of people. I'm going to be worse than Netanyahu. Like, how do you capture over 1,000 terrorists that have killed a lot of people and you say you are rehabilitating? What am I rehabilitating? Who is going to retrieve the ones that are in the grave? Who is going to bring them back? The people you've killed. There is no need. Over 300 million Nigerians continue to give birth. So we will replace you on the spot. You are capturing terrorists. According to one of the soldiers that got hit with landmine that was brought to our hospital, he said when you capture some of these terrorists, they will say, please, take us, arrest us. And 2 weeks after, a call is going to come from somewhere and they are going to release them. So, I mean, so don't blame the Nigerians that are leaving Nigeria. The good Nigerians end up running away from Nigeria because there are too many bad ones. You will hear some people will tell you that, see, the good ones in Nigerians are telling you that Nigeria is tough. That's the good ones. That Nigeria is hard, is hard to survive. The bad ones will tell you there is money in this country. I was on TikTok last week and I was shocked, right? There was a Nigerian that duped a black American woman. Duped that black American woman of like $2,700. I told you now. And the woman had all evidences. Gave the evidence to the moderator. And this guy was still lying. Right? This guy was still lying. I was like, stop disgracing yourself. Thank you. You saw it right there. Look, this is fact. And the next thing, instead of you to, the woman was not even taking it far. Okay, his account was already frozen, right? Before your account can be frozen, it's not like they reported you. See, the law don't work that way. People, there is overwhelming evidence that you are a criminal. That's why your account was frozen. And he was denying. He was like, the woman did this, the woman did that. I was like, do you know that that's a black woman right there? You just fooled yourself before another person that looked like you because they felt like, okay, probably an African was better. But you are the worst of the worst. In that comment section, I can categorically tell you it took more than 25 minutes for somebody to continue to work, for somebody, just one person, to start supporting me, saying that this guy is a criminal. I continued. I didn't look at the number of people were going against the woman. Then after 25 minutes, everything changed because I didn't stop. Like, you are I know, like these are people you see every time. And what they do with that money, when they steal it from these people, they go to some hotels, they go to some clubs, they go blow it away. So to rejuvenate Nigerians, it's like it's not only a counter-terrorism, it's counter you have to launch another operation, a special military operation for some of the citizens themselves. The level of you will get to hospitals, you've paid your bills. Now, for some people within that hospital, I work in the hospital, so I'm telling you what I know. For some people to still attend to you in that hospital, that you've paid your bills, you are paying millions already. In my own hospital, the federal government hospital I work for, you pay millions. You've paid. Probably your something in your body is broken because it's a bone, specialist hospital. And the next thing, you still have people that still want you to pay them personally to attend to you. It's a satanic plan. You see, this country, no, 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 no. So families, when you see Nigerians that are saying that they want to leave Nigeria, they are tired. They cannot overwhelm the number of bad ones. That's why they are running. So when you talk about terrorism in Nigeria, it's just one aspect of it. And when you say the truth, these people don't like the truth. See, a Nigerian that supports what I am saying is the product of a dying breed. You hardly find them. So you can see the numbers they've just ignored. That one did not make the headline. 37 people eliminate. Go and type it. You will see. Go and check on most of their mainstream media. It won't make the news. When the Nigerian brigadier general was captured by the ISWAP, they lied. They said he has returned back to the camp. ISWAP now brought the video out that no, he did not return. We eliminated him. ISWAP themselves brought it out that don't lie to the people. We destroyed him. So look at that level. Look at that level. So it's not a place you can rescue. So if your mission is to rescue Nigeria, please go go and you yourself, you have to go and repent. The only thing that can happen if something that looks like a transfer of power from Boris Yeltsin to Vladimir Putin, if it happens, that means whoever is coming to save Nigeria has to be a part of this corrupt system. Then from the corrupt system, you have to wriggle your way to the top. That means you have to be loyal. You have to see a lot of dark things. You have to you have to support some operations that, in fact, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Then when you get to power, now the question is, from that time till you get to power, what will happen to your mental? Will you still be normal anymore? So let me just go through the remaining information we have here before we go. So Francis Franklin Unyamasi, that's I think is a professor in the Alliance of Sahel States. His assets has been frozen in France. So according to information, they said targeted by asset freeze in France. Francis Unyamasi denounced what he called use of law to suppress opponent of neocolonialism. Speaking to Sputnik Africa, the intellectual said that pluralism of opinion, freedom of thought, and freedom of conscience has disappeared in France. He said all of this is done, we are told, in the name of defending France. The very France whose interests the political elites have undermined for years, he stated. The president of the Institute of Africa of Liberties also accused Emmanuel Macron of abusing executive power by concentrating all state authorities. He announced his intention to initiate legal proceedings to give the French justice system a chance to speak, as Mr. Macron operates outside of the judicial framework of France. See, I will say something to Professor Franklin right now. I don't know, but for whatever reason, it happened to Natalie Yam too. The truth is that anybody anybody, once you have assets in the West, you are already compromised. Because when they need you to do something, it depends on your level of influence. When they need you to do something and you don't do that thing, they would make sure they would deal with you mercilessly. It happened to Natalie Yam. Now it's happening to Professor Franklin, right? So you should not be surprised. They want him to come back. It's not like they're trying to punish him now. They want him to come back to their side. Okay? They want Professor Franklin to come back to their side. So if you notice that there was this Sahel singer recently that has this braid. There is this black person that suddenly switched side from the AES side, he switched to the enemy side. It is because financial pressure. There are some people that don't have the right attitude. Once they see money, they've lost it. So if you see some people switching suddenly, don't worry. They've gotten what they were looking for in the first place. So according to information, they said as part of the military cooperation between Burkina Faso and Russia, a batch of energy and hydraulic equipment worth 192 million CFA franc was handed over this Friday, February 20, 2026 at the General Abubakar Sangule Lamizana camp, including 10 generators, 15 transformers, and 125 water filters, which will be deployed in areas facing major security challenge. My question is this: Russia, what we are seeing is the 19th package sanction against Russia, the 20th package sanction against Russia. But this is Russia is still doing great things. Madagascar is in trouble. Russia has come to the aid of Madagascar. Russia has come to the aid of Iran. When America launched a dollar crisis in Iran, Russia came to the aid of, like, come on, ladies and gentlemen, we need to ask ourselves the question, who is Russia? The question right now is, who is Russia? And the bigger question I will ask right now is that why is Nigeria not collaborating with Russia? Do you know the reason? A lot of Nigeria believe that they are Americans. That some way, somehow, right? They just found themselves in Nigeria, but they are supposed to be in the US. The guy that carried us today, how was he speaking? Yo. That, that was what we were hearing. He carried us with a tricycle to where we were going. It was like, yo, you will be able to notice everything that you are in Nigeria. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you? It was like, yo, you know. So they want to be West so bad. I'm inviting somebody to the platform this weekend. Tomorrow I'm inviting somebody to come and talk about some geopolitical issues here tomorrow. And on Sunday, we'll be doing it too. So they will be telling you about this information I just gave you. They will be, giving a lot of game on it. And I've talked to David Udein. I don't know when he's going to return I don't know when David Udein is going to return the message, but I'm expecting. So it's possible we might have David Udein on the platform this weekend too. So we are moving towards a time where we might be having multiple, we might start having multiple podcast session with some geopolitical analysts in a week. So that's what you have in Nigeria. You see people saying, yo, we're going somewhere. So that is part of it. So I'm telling you that there are some Nigerians currently that are praying that America should bomb Iran to Stone Age. Because they feel like, who is that person that is challenging America? The country that Ben Norton. Okay, I'm going to message him. I don't know where I can reach out to him, but I will try to bring Ben Norton. I always work very hard to bring whoever you guys want. That's the person I always bring. So we are going to try our best. I am representing you. So when I invite anyone, it's the 23,000 people in the Andre community that is inviting that individual. So And most of the time, I discovered that I've never invited anyone that turned it down. Nobody. I have never invited a person that turned us down. Not one. So it means the Android community is performing well. Salute at that angle. So Namibia forms renewed partnership with North Korea. This is a big one. Namibia has now formed renewed partnership with North Korea. Don't let anybody lie to you about North Korea. North Korea is a great country. So according to information now, Namibia has now formed a new partnership with North Korea. According to information, the recent partnership between Namibia and North Korea is a strategic cooperation agreement focusing on trade, defense, cultural exchange. As per report from 2025, it builds on historical ties, including the North Korea support during the Namibia's liberation and construction projects, like the State House. Why details on 2026 developments are limited, but there are developments ongoing. Discussion aimed to deepen political and economic collaboration. Now Namibia seeks to bank all lands from the German settlers, because there is something going on right now. The Namibian authorities are saying that they want to retrieve their land, their stolen land, from the German settlers in Namibia. See, wonders shall never end in Africa. When you hear some information, you ask yourself that, so this one is happening here. There are people in Africa that are settlers. And don't worry, when you have settlers in your country, there is problem. And if you look at Nigeria, the funny thing is that there are no settlers in Nigeria. Probably, maybe that's why Nigeria is being battled with so much insecurity right now. I'm going to message everybody. I'm going to try. So, Nigeria is a country without settlers right now. I don't know. A lot of other countries have settlers. South Africa has settlers. Kenya now have settlers. Sudan has settlers. But they are Arab settlers. What is going on, Africans? We won't open our eyes for some people to say Benin Republic is about to have settlers. The Prospera Africa is the project that is going to bring the settlers. So you have German settlers in Namibia, and Namibian authorities are saying now that they want to retrieve their land. But ladies and gentlemen, North Korea being a strategic security partner of thank you so much, brother. I love your comment. I love the comment of that Nigerian. I don't know if you are a Nigerian person or a Nigerian, but thanks for that comment. So North Korea being the security partner of Namibia is very, 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 very excellent. You know, I kind of look at it in a certain way, and I feel like, do you know that recently North Korea they just came out to parade over 50 missile launchers. Like, when it comes to defense, I don't know why a lot of people are not collaborating with North Korea. I know it's because of the heavy US sanctions and all of that, but North Korea is a legitimate country when it comes to defense capability. Now, how they are going to be able to defend their partners and all of that, I don't know. But North Korea is part of BRICS. So Namibia having North Korea as a strategic partnership, it only means that Namibia is a BRIC country. And I like the way they are moving. Namibia now has one of the top 10 best governments in Africa. I can argue that anywhere in Africa currently. But recently we saw France trying to manipulate their way into signing some petrochemical deal in Namibia, the Petrobras and the Total Energies. They were heavily bombarded on the media by the Namibian Foreign Ministry and the, Ministry of Natural Resources. So, I mean, I love what is going on down south right now. A lot of people are saying that they want to reclaim their land, I mean, it's a very good time to have this development, because nobody is your friend. I'm talking to the black man. Nobody is your friend. Nobody is our friend. Don't let anybody deceive you. I watched one video where Donald Trump in the US, he stood up and he said, oh, I want to say hello to the black people, for the people that built this nation and all of that. And people started clapping. Like, what are you clapping for? Have you forgotten who this man is for a second? The Nigerian president, the Nigerian general defense staff said, Nigerians, nobody will love you. Only Nigerians will love Nigerians more than anyone else. So my advice to the black man that is being used, or that loves the white man more than another fellow black man, nobody will love you more than yourself. Nobody. And because we love ourselves does not mean we don't have to delete terrorists. We need to delete terrorists. Russia almost messed up the entire Chechnya just to make sure they have peace today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. Russia crushed Chechnya so that the Russians can have peace. And look at what you have in Chechnya today. One of the strongest, the Akhmat forces are some of the strongest in Russia. The Chinese, they crushed the terrorists that the CIA tried to build up from the Uyghur, right? They crushed them down so that they can have peace. So this whole issue of they are our brothers, they are small. These jihadists don't understand those things when they want to take out innocent civilians. They don't understand it. If the reason for their crime is ignorance, ignorance is not an excuse in the court of law. If somebody pinch you with a needle, the fact that you can feel the pain and you can it means that you are not innocent, taking out the life of another person. You are not innocent. You cannot tell anybody that you need rehabilitation. That's a satanic plot. And who is behind the rehabilitation thing in Nigeria? It's the US. They want to apply humanitarian law to terrorists. I remember the video I watched about the Tango operation, where American troops were from the Special Forces 3rd Brigade, where they were knocked out in Tango in Niger Republic. What did they say? They said their troops were badly wounded. I still have one clip today. The last shot that finished that guy, they showed it on that clip, right? They said the jihadists did not understand United Nations Convention. They said the terrorists did not understand that there is something called United Nations Convention, Geneva Convention. They did not see these terrorists you are dealing with. They've never heard they've never heard Geneva before. So they've never heard of Geneva before. So if you think they are going to spare you, you are joking. It has to be aura for aura, banter for banter. They have to understand that they are not safe anywhere. But in a situation where you have a governor that is saying that they want to have peace deal with godless people. So when Marco Rubio was talking about godless people, let me twist it for you. He's talking about these terrorists, and we must take them out without mercy. Thank you, Esego. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. I'm happy that Nigerians are here. I'm happy that Nigerians are. I'm happy that I'm seeing Nigerians that have good hearts. It's very real. Families, it's very rare. Good Nigerians have good hearts. I'm talking about good Nigerians that are principled. It's rare. So when I see Nigerians joining this kind of community, I'm always surprised. I'm surprised, and at the same time, I'm always shocked. Because Nigerians have been so divided between religion and tribe. So when you see neutral Nigerians, they are some of the purest form you can find. Intelligence intact, their mindset is intact. Like they are very hard to infiltrate. Yes, I know that people are watching from all over. I have like my demographic covers almost, I mean, we are looking at a lot of countries from the world. So, but Nigeria is still one of my top demography, you know. And I know a lot of Nigerians don't like, I know a lot of them don't like me because now they are looking at it that it's a Yoruba and it's not supporting Tinubu. No, we can't do that to ourselves. Look, I don't hate Tinubu, but he should go and rest. Tinubu should go and rest. Go and we need competence now. We don't need tribalism. We need competence. Nigeria is dying. These 37 people plus 150 that were kidnapped, those are the ones that are confirmed to be kidnapped. 150, 37 KIA. Go and check our Telegram channel. You will see their bodies. Like, you will see their bodies. Then 60 is missing in action. Maybe those ones jumped. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. Maybe those 60, maybe some of them jumped into the latrine, some jumped inside the soccer way. They cannot even account for this 60 now. Those ones now, they are still pressing. They are still pressing the keyboard. They can't find them on the algorithm itself cannot bring them out. Those ones now, they are missing in action. There's no documentation, and the mainstream media in Nigeria, oh no, we are 300. Nigeria is over 300 million people. See, you don't know how these politicians in Nigeria think. They be like, we are too much in this country. That is, I've listened to some people speak before, and they were like, we are too much in this country. So when 37 goes, they be like, it's not enough. Do you know that the 200 in Wuru, they did not talk about it until people started bashing them from left to right? And what did they say? They said it's not 200. They said it's 70 something. They asked 70 what? He said it's 70 something that is not clear. The figure is not yet verified. See, to be a Nigerian, it means that you've survived so much. It's a scary place. So it's a nice place. It's a nice country, you know. The thing about Nigerians is that when you are a stranger, they like you. They like you when you are a stranger. Like, let's say you are from Jamaica, let's say you are from America, let's say you are from China, they will like you. But you see, once you are a Nigerian, the first question they will ask is that, are you Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa? They need to get past that thing. They need to get past that thing. They need to get past it. So to my people in the north, Tinubu played you with the Muslim card. These 37 that have been killed, they are northerners. Did the Muslim card save them? This is Ramadan period. Did these jihadists respect the fact that Ramadan is a holy period where they don't have to kill people? No, they did not. They did it because it makes them happy. So, the CIA said Tinubu is an active asset. It's not a finished one. It's an active asset, even if he can barely. You see, let me finish this session like this, family. Did you notice? I don't know if a lot of people, if they were opportune to see this video of Tinubu when he went to Turkey, and Tinubu and President Erdogan was walking, and suddenly Tinubu fell. Okay, how about if I say that Tinubu falling in Turkey was something he planned by himself? People said he got disoriented, then he fell to the side. Hey, you don't know who you are dealing with, though. Do you know how many times Tinubu fell down before the election? The last election, people were making jest of him. This man will come to this thing, we say, boo, bala blue, boo, bulava. We started looking at it that this one does not have brain again. The day I knew this man was intact was the day he declared state of emergency in Rivers State. This guy spoke for more than 20 minutes. He did not There was no sheet of paper, nothing. He was talking offhand. He was stating the constitution. And I was like, what happened? They call him a strategist for a reason. I'm telling you, there was something he wanted from Erdogan. So he had to fall. See, when you are dealing with Tinubu, you need to switch on your Nigerian mind. So when he falls, you'll be like, oh, do you understand what I'm saying? Because you are dealing, people call him a strategy. I don't see that as strategy. He's not weak. Families, it's you people that are thinking that Tinubu is weak. Tinubu is not weak. Oh. All these things to him is political know-how. Is political know-how. So I want to beg Nigerians. Look, you might be an Igbo. I understand and I respect where you are from. Respecting you as an Igbo, respecting your language, respecting everything about you, right, is what makes us interesting as Nigerians. Do you know that sometimes when I hear all this, hey, Hausa, I start laughing. I think that's the thing. Sometimes you see them on internet, you will see them say things like, hey, you are in Lagos. Have you come to my town? You know how Nigerians behave now. So I think being different people is what makes us interested. In as much as when the Nigerian Super Eagle goes out there to play football, nobody says that's an Igbo team. Nobody says that's an Hausa team, right? Everybody say that's the Super Eagle of Nigeria. You see this election, I want everybody to go beyond this sentiment. I was watching a video yesterday when a brother was saying, I would vote for Tinubu because he's a Yoruba person. That's his decision. Okay, if you look at him completely, you will notice that he's probably he's still within that category of people that take money from their parents. So probably maybe his parents have told him, oh, Tinubu, that kind of stuff. But if it's within the active, productive youth population of Nigeria that's really, really facing everything banter to banter, we understand that Tinubu cannot do it. Tinubu cannot cut it anymore. And the reason is because America has too much on Tinubu. That's the truth. America has so much on him. There are some things about Tinubu that we cannot say here. There are some things about the grandmother of Tinubu, Alaja, that we cannot say here. So I think it's okay. Baba should go and rest. I won't choose for you. But I just, please, don't let anybody lie to you. In as much as anywhere I go to, some people call me Igbo, some people call me Yoruba, some people call me Togolese, some people say I resemble Ghanaian, some people say I resemble somebody from Sudan. The day I heard that one, I was even laughing, right? So if Nigerians don't even know where I come from and they can relate with me, I have not seen one Nigerian that's brought up this discriminating energy around me. They've never done it before. Is Amaka not my best friend? My best friends at work. Her name is Amaka. There's a woman that came to our place of work. Her name is Sule. She's from the core north. The first person that spoke to her the day she came. I don't discriminate. Nigerians are good people. Okay? Please, don't let anyone deceive you. Let's go out there and defeat this tragedy in form of political leadership. So families, I want to say thank you all for coming. I really, really love you and I appreciate you. We'll be bringing our guests this weekend and thank you, family. So we'll be bringing our guests tomorrow And we'll be giving a 1 hour notification so that everybody can prepare for the stream. Thank you, and God bless you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you.